Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight, we will be continuing Animorphs number 4, The Message by K.A. Applegate. It seemed totally crazy. I mean, I've been in one-on-one combat to the death with 7-foot tall Hork-Bajir warriors, and I've been shot at by Dracan beams that sort of disintegrate you slowly. But I've never been shot at with plain old everyday guns. It seemed nuts after all we'd been through. Bam, bam, bam. I heard something hit the sand just inches from my foot. Ah! I cried in surprise. This was real. Real! This was really happening. A rough hand grabbed me and dragged me forward. Jake, I had frozen when I'd heard the bullet so close. They're all in the dunes! Tobias cried. Now's the time! Come on! Jake snapped. He half dragged me up the side of the nearest dune. But by then I was moving fine all on my own. I was scurrying up the side of that hill, snatching at handholds of scrub grass, pistoning my feet into the sand. Over the top. We slid and rolled and ran down the far side. We were back on the beach. I stole a quick glance to the right. No lights on the beach. They were all in the dunes, looking for us. Head to the water, Jake said. Morph to fish. Jake, I panted. Trout. They're freshwater fish. This is salt water. You have a better idea? He asked. Bam, bam. No, I said. We splashed into the boiling surf. As I ran, I pictured the fish. I remembered being the fish. I focused as much as anyone can focus, with a dozen or so controllers chasing her and shooting. My feet went out from under me. They had shriveled and began to disappear. I hit the water and got a mouthful of salty foam. I tried to keep my head above water, but my arms were rapidly disappearing. The waves were high around me as I became smaller and smaller. My clothing billowed. The people from the sharing, the controllers, raced to the water's edge. I could see their lights, weirdly distorted as my eyes went from the air-adapted eyes of a human to the eyes of a fish. With what was left of my ears, I heard, "The tracks lead right to the water." Tom's voice, then Chapman's. "I don't see them. They can't swim far. The current is too strong. Fan out up and down the beach." "Do you think these are the Andalite gorillas?" "No. The tracks are human. Just some kids, probably. I doubt they saw anything. That fool should not have been shooting." "Sir," a new voice said, "we found a pair of jeans in the surf. Looks like they could be for a kid. Any identification in them?" "No, nothing." "Coincidence," Chapman said. "Probably." "If they're human, why don't we see them out there?" Tom asked. More sets of human tracks. No humans in the water. Is it possible? Is Visher 3 wrong? What if they're not Andalites at all? I sank beneath the water. The morph was almost complete. But as I went under, I heard Chapman laugh cruelly. Visher 3 wrong? Maybe. But I'm not the fool who's going to try and tell him. The morph was complete. I was a fish, less than a foot long. A trout, to be exact. Excellent, broiled, fried, or grilled. The salt water was harsh on my scales, and my gills were barely able to breathe. Everyone okay? It was Jake. Now that we had morphed, we had the same thought-speech ability as Tobias. I'm okay, I assured him, but I can barely breathe. I think we'd better be quick. I'm with Cassie, Rachel said. I feel like my scales are burning up, and my gills are on fire. Keep the shore on your left and go full speed as long as you can stand it, Jake advised. Marco, are you with us? I asked. Oh, sure. Where else would I be? What could possibly be more fun than running around the sand dunes, getting shot at, and then jumping into the ocean and turning into a trout who, incidentally, can't live in salt water? I wouldn't miss it for anything. Now, can we go home and watch TV? And that's the end of that chapter. Now, something that's brought up in the Animorphs fandom is why controllers, why the Yeerks didn't notice that, the Animorphs were just teenagers all along. And in canon, we have confirmation that the Yeerks were starting to question if, the Animorphs were actually Andalites or not by book number 4. It's just, no one wanted to be the one to tell Visher 3, hey, Visher 3, the Andalite bandits, the ones that are totally fucking kicking your ass. Yeah, they're just, regular humans, They're not Andalites. You're getting your ass kicked by just 5 human teenagers, Because Visher 3, doesn't take bad news well. At all. And if you would like to discuss Animorphs with me, comment down below. And if you want to talk about Animorphs spoilers with me, if you're watching on the YouTubes, link in the description to my Tumblr Ask Box. And the reason I don't want any Animorphs spoilers on this video is because I sort of hope people are made aware of Animorphs by these videos, and all of us who have read the entire Animorphs series know there are some huge ass twists and turns that should not be spoiled, because the impact of them would just be ruined. So that's why. And if you watch this video and you are just like, hey, this book actually sounds interesting, If you would like to buy it, if you are watching on the YouTubes, link in the description. If you are watching this on my bloggity blog, link under the video, and both links will take you to where you can buy your own copy or copies of Animorphs #4, The Message by Kay Applegate. And if you, for some reason, like this dramatic reading and would like me to do a dramatic reading of your book or fan fiction, if you are watching this on the YouTubes, link in the description. If you are watching this on my bloggity blog, link up above. And both links will take you to the blog post where I say what I do and what I don't do, and also my prices. And if you're watching this on the YouTubes, please like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you're watching on my bloggity blog and watching the desktop version, find wherever the fuck the sidebar thingy-majig has gone and choose the follow by email option, and you will be alerted every time I make a new blog post. And yeah, I've done all the announcements there. So, real life segment. I am running off 2 fucking cups of coffee. So I'm going to totally blame any bad acting because I should have started to drink my 3rd cup of coffee before this video. Basically, what's going on is there needs to be some work done in the bedroom, and so I've been sleeping on the couch. Me and my fiance have been sleeping on the couch for a little over a week. And so I've gotten to the point where I'm waking up and I'm just going, I'm not going to try to go to sleep again. So, yeah. Hopefully, like within a day or two, my body will adjust to it, or, the repairs in the room will be done and I can move back in because, yeah. This isn't the stuff you sort of dream of when you're a kid and you're like, oh yeah, and I'm going to finally move out and the house is going to have a few problems and I'm going to be sleep deprived for a day or two. Yeah, I mean, before, for those of you who also keep up with my Marriage of Convenience dramatic reading, you'll know that, if I was sick for a few days, and right now, okay, something weird happened on the screen there, but anyways, given, just because you don't want to mess up with that. So yeah. And now on to the well wishes segment. The well wishes segment is where I say some well wishes and then I drink some sake. Except tonight I'm just going to drink water because, as I said, today's like the 2nd day in a row that I felt decent, and I really am looking after my health, so I'm not going to be drinking tonight. Sorry. But anyways, wow, sorry, so they just popped up there. Never mind. So you can participate in this segment in one of 2 ways. The first way is you can submit your own well wish. You can do so by commenting down below, and next episode I'll read your well wish. And the other way is you can drink along with me. Drink your favorite alcohol, liqueur, or whatever the fuck's lying around. And if you don't drink for whatever reason, there's water, orange juice, tea, and a bunch of other non-alcoholic beverages to choose from. And no one submitted any well wishes for this episode. So I'm going to start off as always. I hope everyone's in good mental and physical health because no one needs to mess around with any medical bullshit. And I hope the stuff going around the house, the chaos stops really soon. Just, like, at least let, the room get fixed enough so I can sleep on the bed there, and yeah. And I've been drinking lots of coffee today, as I mentioned, which probably is not the best for my acid reflux, so I really, really hope I don't get, bad acid reflux nights, so. And let's drink. Always feels weird when I'm not feeling well enough to drink because it just, never mind. And the next episode of Jash Reads will be more of Animorphs #4, The Message by Kay Applegate. I plan to take maybe a 10 or 20-minute break, and then I'm going to come right back and read the next chapter. So, next Jash Reads will be more of Animorphs #4, The Message, and just wait 10 or 20 minutes and I'll be back with the next chapter.